Good morning, everyone. So we were back to work on this structure. So we're going to get a good chunk of these pages knocked out. We will be putting holes in the structure, just so you know. So whatever you're doing on the page, just be mindful that we will be putting, punching 1, 2, 3 holes in this. Now, I'm not going to really worry about it. I don't really care if some of the holes go through whatever artwork I put on here. I kind of like that. But just to let you know, in case you're doing something that you don't want holes to be punched through, just be mindful that about a ½ inch in, we'll be putting holes, because we're going to probably use ring binding for this structure, which will be a lot of fun. And there's a few ways to do that, so we'll decide which way we're going to actually do those rings. We might even just make them, because I've done that before, where I just like to make them out of wire. But I need to find my gauge wire, because I just use like a steel wire that I get from the hardware store to make this kind of binding that I really like. It's super, super easy. So just know, heading up, to just look for like if you have any gauge wire around. If not, a lot of times you can just find it at the dollar store. It needs to be a certain thickness. I will find it, and if I don't find it before I post this video, I will put a post up, maybe just showing you a picture of the size of the wire, so you'll have it by the time we come back to do the binding. Okay? So what I think I've decided is to work with tracing paper. I really like the effect of the tracing paper and just seeing some of the text through it. I was kind of, after I got all of this done, looked at the pages, where I don't want to see the direct writing. I thought it was kind of a shame to cover all the writing up, which would sort of obliterate the idea that we're working on book pages. So I thought, well, if I showed a little bit of it here and there, that would work. So I pulled out all of the tracing papers that we've done. You know how we were using this paper a lot in our various paper projects, staining and mark making projects. So if you don't have tracing paper, of course, just go through your stash and whatever papers you have, or, you know, maybe you have a completely different idea that you want to go with. But I decided that I definitely like the idea of this. Something about it still speaks to me as, picture this. It still speaks to me as kind of deconstructed. I love the abstract nature of the images. So I'm going to glue this down first. Now, I know I'm going to come back and do some other collaging on top of it. Probably like bits and pieces, different, you know, things that I'll add. Not sure exactly what and everything, but I definitely will kind of come back and do stuff that I feel works with it. And maybe not on every page, maybe just some pages. I'm going to leave it open, but I just love the look of this against this. So I'm thinking that on the flip side, I'm going to actually take some of this coffee stained paper and glue it, so that we sort of have this opposing page that's sort of all stained against this. And then I may even use some words. I might even do some words, or maybe do some kind of, make this into a piece that maybe is a linear thought, and a word is on every page moving through the book. My ideas have developed as I've moved along, so we'll just see. But right now what I'm going to do is, we'll come back to doing this bit of it. Let's just start by getting something down on every page, and then I'll decide what I'm going to do with the cover. The cover may, I don't know, be a montage of a number of pieces. So I'm just going to put something on the front of every page, and then I may leave that there for right now. And then sort of figure. So I'm going to put that there. Go ahead and get my glue book. And let's just start gluing things down. I'm going to use the Giotto because this tracing paper, I just want to make sure that it, you know, sticks well. But also you can use the paste that we made, absolutely. It'll just take a little longer to dry. And when I'm doing these sort of demo videos for you all, like, I really have to be conscious of how long things actually take to dry, because sometimes I need to go on to the next technique. This is actually the right side. I actually like that side, so let me just kind of wipe a bit of this glue off. Okay. I liked it going that way, but I definitely like this side better. There's a lot more. But this way, I see less of the text when I put it down. I'm gonna stick with this. That's what I started with. I'm gonna stick with it. So let's just get some glue. I can always spray a little bit more of this antique white if I want it. But I like everything about the placement of the other way better, so we're gonna stick with it. Okay. Yeah, so here we are. Here. So make sure my words are covered pretty well, and just move it over a little bit more. So let me get my handy dandy smoothing tool. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to see some of the words beneath it because of the tracing paper, which is what I wanted. I like the idea of, you know, seeing some of the language, but, you know, not the whole. And then anything that, you know, then we can still put additional layers, places that we wanted. But I like that. Yeah, I really like that. And then I'll just kind of sort of work my way through to figure out. I don't even know. I may actually use a paint marker on here to actually do some mark making or something. That would be cool. Okay, but let's just go ahead and stick with getting stuff down. Because I'll keep on going on the design process. And okay, so I'm gonna flip it over because, so I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of figure my way through. Let me just go ahead and get them laid out to see how many pages I do have. I'll do it different ways and even patch, you know, some pieces together just to bring some interest. Oh, I love that. Oh, something about this is just very appealing. And that one can go there, and of course I can patch it however I see fit, and we'll see. Let me just kind of figure my way through this. We'll put this one here. Okay. Let it go there. See if I do it like this. And I could mix. I don't think I like it mixed, so let me just do this. Let's just do this here. Alrighty. If I put that there, I could actually sort of do that. Let me still decide. So this one, I think, will actually go on the front. I like this. And I think this might be the front. And then I still would have, oh, because I like how that circle just reveals a little bit of the text. So we still have that piece. So this is going to be the front. Now I have this. Here. Let me just put this one down. I love this. Love printing it and making these papers on this paper. The, you know, tracing paper. Looks like I have just enough sheets, and I still can do stuff there. Oh wow, I got plenty left. Oh, I like this. Maybe I'll put them both on there like that, something like that. Wow, I got them all done. So let's look. 1, 2. Still have these pieces to maybe play with too, because I could still kind of maybe put this here if I wanted to. That little bit could be nice. We'll see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Am I missing some pages? I thought I had. Did I have 12 of those? Hold up. Some kind of way, where along the way, the pathway, I lost me some pages. Wonder what happened. Got so many book projects. Well, I will just work with these, and then I'll spend time finding them, because evidently it got lost in a pile of some other pages. These are some different pages that I've done. This is one where I kind of did this a while back and sort of like the idea of doing it on the pages. These I did front and back. But these aren't the pages. I did these before, which had me thinking about this structure again. Okay, well, I'm not going to spend time looking for them. If you have 12, stick with it. And I shall try to find my other ones. Okay, let's go ahead and put this on the front. So let me look at my pages, because I also want to make sure I know which side I want to put things on. I kind of think I like it on this side here. But this side is pretty cool too. So when you're doing it, look at each of your pages and kind of figure out which side you think is best to cover or not. Because this side we can cover completely. Because I have these pieces, but I also have larger pieces, and I can also have a lot of this, so I can also kind of paste it, and I'm not worried about that. So I think I'm going to do this side on this one. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get this down. Where's my glue stick? Here we are. Ah, I have my coffee here. I haven't even had a sip yet. Not even one. I do have some of this paper. I wonder if I should have some of this paper stained. So I think about collaging. And of course, you know, these papers that we made are always good to maybe have at the ready. But we'll see. Let's just go ahead and stay focused, and let's get all of our pages with some kind of image on them, even if you decide you're going to continue to collage on top, or if you made the individual off-page collages like we've been doing, and then you glue those down. There's no right or wrong. It's just kind of whichever way you want to. The main thing about this project and this structure is to just be able to use up a lot of the stuff we've been making, and you know, just kind of create structures that highlight and showcase all the sort of decorative papers, you know, with mark making and printing, everything that we've done, and just, you know, start having, you know, I want to just show you all places that you can put these papers and be able to enjoy them, you know, while making book structures. And this is a nice one for this. And at the end of the day, we make these papers and they're just so gorgeous, but it's so nice to have, you know, really just significant places to put them and turn them into books or other kind of collages. So I really like the way in this staining, that circle really just shows that text. I think that's great. So that's going to be the front of my book for sure. So flip that, which this one is done. I don't know that this will be the order, but I'm just putting things down as I get them done. So put this one on this page. Grip this a little. Try to get this. I like the torn edge, but I don't really like that. That's a little bit too much. You know, I don't like those peaks. I don't mind it like that. That's good. And I like the top because I like all the staining on it. So that's just going to go down nice and smooth. Yes, this is fun. Oh, I love books. Love, love, love them. As I've been going through my studio stuff and organizing things, boy, I've come across so many books that I've made that I've forgotten about. Because a lot of times I store stuff. So I'm going through everything. So for December's first Friday, I'll have a lot of my special book collection. I think I'm even going to try to do some flip through videos to show. I'm hoping to be organized enough, and plus my daughter is going to help me me with this because she's the video magician. But yeah, I'm going to try to show everybody, but they're just beautiful. And it, you know, I might as well move them out into the world because that's what I've always done as a book artist. I love sharing my work, and I'd make so many, it's like I just can't keep them all. Like, you know. So I won't have a first Friday sale this month because honestly, I couldn't get it together. I have a lot of stuff, and I've been putting a lot of stuff together and making packs and just, you know, and then I came across all those books and I'm like, oh, these are nice. So it's a lot of work on top of everything else I'm already doing. I like that. So we'll be back to it. And for December. No, let me see. Maybe that. Okay, let's put that there. Yeah. But I love book, but also I am so looking forward to getting my painting studio back. Because I love painting, especially large scale pieces, and love it. I can work on several at a time. So that's going to be wonderful to be able to kind of work. And I love mark making on larger papers and then working those larger paintings into books. That's fun too. I need to put, we are going to have some curling, see, as it dries, but when I put stuff on the other side, it won't curl as much. So one of the things we can do is, let me find something with some weight. Need some weight. What do I have? Oh, I can just use this journal. So just take pages and just put them, I'll just stick them inside that journal. That way as they're drying, they can dry flat, not curl. Okay, I'm gonna use this piece. I want it wider. If I have a wider piece, I might as well go with it. I feel that piece was just a little too narrow. I like this better. Yep, that was a little too narrow. So okay. This what is it? Tracing paper is just so beautiful. Like the way it covers, but yet, you know, still has so much color and texture. Let's flip it upside down. Okay. Okay, this one. Just take some of this off. Just do it like this so I don't get that weird edge. Just do a little weird something. Okay, nice. How's my time doing? Let me go ahead and change this right now. I had like 2 minutes left and I could see myself definitely forgetting, and then it's stopped. I'm getting a good layer of this Giotto on here too. I'm pressing really hard so that a good amount actually does come off. Get a nice thick layer. That way we get a good seal. So this one, when I see a lot of the, one of the ideas I have when I see a lot of this writing, I may actually use a Sharpie and actually do some of the blackout. I had the idea I might do some of that too, just to kind of give that cool kind of deconstructed, altered book look. And that's kind of what we're dealing with, this idea of an altered book. So I was thinking that I might do that too for some of it. And then, you know, some of it I'll use like another layer. Like this is a nice transparent layer of paper. So I may do some of that. And then I'm also going to do some of that. But we'll get to that. Main thing I want to do is I want to get the book, the basics of the book done and constructed, because we said this was going to be a nice quick project. And with that, I want to make sure that you know, we at least get the book together, and then we can always have a session where kind of come back and maybe do some more additional kind of embellishments to the page. So that will kind of work out. But at least you'll have the book constructed. Because it's always nice too to have your books constructed, and then you can come back and complete them. Sometimes I mean, I do that a lot, where I'll have books in various stages because I got them 80% done, enough that the binding and everything makes sense, and then I'll still add to those pages and kind of complete them. I do that frequently, so I find it hard to complete the book 100% when it's not completely bound, because something always, you know, kind of hits me about something I want to do to it or whatever. So I just leave myself that space to come back to it. Okay, I need a little bit more on this edge here. Okay. Ooh, I am getting a little warm now. Starts off, In the mornings, it's cool here in Arizona this time of year. But we get to working up a little heat. So let's put this one in. Okay, perfect. Oh, I love this bits of deconstruction going on. Love it. And making this paper with tracing paper is so easy. You just get such great results. Like you wouldn't think. I guess because the way the tracing paper, it cockles, it really picks up the water and gives you a lot of texture. And yet it holds color really well. So whatever you're painting on it, like our sumis and our... Did I have it like that or did I have it like this? I think I had it like that. Really lay on the surface really nicely. And then you get all this texture. But you still get the translucent nature of it, which is great. Okay, that's my stencils from the Hearth Code series. Oh, I love this stencil. And just being able to use it in bits and pieces like this is just so strong. Love it. Okay. And here's another piece. Let's figure this out. Do I want that side? I want this side. I like the blank side. This side we can cover with let's put on this side. Like that sort of the blank bit of it. Kind of cool. I think I had it like that, right? Ready? Let's see, a little bit underneath here. Wait a minute. Use a little bit more. Okay, that's good. Perfect. A little extra water. That the nice thing about the Giotto is it does come off. I don't have any baby wipes where I use that, so just put a little bit of water on the tissue. Be a little careful here. Okay, cool. Let that dry a little bit before I put it underneath there. Love it. Okay. And just a couple more. This one. And, oh, here's my other one. Well, this is one more. Did I have 11 or 12? See, I don't remember. I don't know why I thought I had 12, but at least there's one more there. I'm finding them as I go. Okay, so that's going to go there. And this is going to go on there with it. So let's put this on first. I'm sure I have another page stuck. I have so many projects going on in my studio. If you all could only see. And as I do stuff, I move things around. I'm pretty good at keeping things some kind of order, but I'm telling you, it can get away from me sometimes. Try to get this. Okay. Alrighty. So let's figure out where we're going to put this. Ooh, I like it there. Oh yeah, I like that. Let's put that right there. Now I have to kind of be very careful because it's already ripped and fragile. I don't want to rip any more of it. Okay, let's see. Let's get this down. Everything's curling up, so it's kind of hard to see exactly where my guidelines are until, but all right. Put a little bit underneath here because didn't get enough, but I didn't want to rip it either so I could get more of it down. So okay. All right. Wow, look at that. Nice circle there. Where I had stained these and then I left the metal circles on a little too long. And all the ink and everything, it stuck to the papers. When I took them off, it tore. But you know me, I wasn't discouraged. I'm like, oh, that's going to make a wonderful collage. Okay, so I have this piece now. Let me see. I'm sure that that's right now. So I still feel like I'm missing one. I know you guys are going to tell me in the comments. It was 11 or 12. I thought I did an even dozen. But anyway, we have these. Let's see. So I'll put this piece down, and then I know I'm going to do something else, but I haven't decided what. I might rip this again and just kind of put. So let's get this down first, and we'll worry about. Oh, time. Okay. I get so carried away. I can definitely lose track of time, especially when I'm doing this kind of stuff. I love it. Alrighty. Perfect. So now let's just see. Maybe I'll just take a little sliver and just kind of add some bits, you know, to kind of complete it on this edge, because I don't really want to see the page like that. So we'll put this down. Perfect. Like that. And I'll figure out what I'm gonna do down there. Like, I don't want to like completely do everything, because I may just want to, I'll show you what I'm thinking about. I may just want to do this sort of blackout. So I may do some blackout poetry. This is kind of an odd one. Because it says, are you tired of... Now this is a book, Here I Am, is a book written by... who's this written by? I forget the author's name. But it's about his experience in Jewish, during Jewish persecution. So it's like a lot of the language is a little difficult to work with, but I liked the title and I liked the size of the book, and I got it at the dollar store when I was doing the altered book. So it says, and are you tired of being a dad and a son? And then it says, why are you trying to hurt me? Ugh, right. So I was thinking, and are you tired of being hurt? So you know, like, depending on what you want your storyline to be, you can do this sort of blackout poetry, but I don't think I'm going to do it with that, because I don't feel like this is a sad book, and so I don't want it to be a sad book. So I may just do something else down there to cover it up. But, like, I could still cover it up. So, like, I'll show you. You can actually do blackout and just black out the whole thing. Now you don't see any of it. And that's kind of a cool way to deal with some of the extra language and stuff that's on the page. And if you decide you don't like that, you can also cover it up. Like, I could cover it up with something like this and still sort of see those lines underneath there. And it's just a neat way to kind of alter a book and get rid of the text and sort of have that sort of push and pull. So I may do that with some of the pages as well, like where things are sticking out, like here. I might actually do that. See, so you kind of can get this narrative going. And everywhere that shows up on the pages, that's pretty cool. So let's go back and look at the pages so far. This is the front page. So let's just start. And now I got to get things on the back. But you see how that already is looking pretty cool. And so I could do that on top as well of the, like where you can see it really good. Let's just do it, because I can always. We used to do this a lot. Oh, I like that. With altered books, and it's kind of like sort of creating this reductionist poetry. So you see this idea of text, but when you can read it full on like this, I like to get rid of it. Wow. See? So you can see this, the idea that text is there, but you can't read it at all. And like, how cool is that? Those elements of the line there. That just really adds nicely to what we've got. This page doesn't really have a lot on it. But to kind of keep the theme, I'll just do it in a few of these extensions. I don't have to do it on every one. So I'll just do it at the bottom, because it's even hard to see it at the top. But it just kind of keeps sort of this consistent theme. Oh, love it. Before I mark this out, I might decide what I might do. I may actually put some more down here. Oh, I like that there, actually. I may put this here. So you know what I'm doing? Let me go ahead and mark out the bottom part of this, since we've started this. And then I can still, you know, collage on top. That way we just get a lot of this language going. Ha ha ha, I love it. I almost don't want to do it up there. Maybe, oh, maybe I'll just do, oh yeah, see, I could do a piece of it, which would cover up more of that language, so you really don't, you can't read it. I like Here I Am. I think I'm gonna leave that. I think this, seeing the text is fine. It's not distracting enough that you can actually read it. So let's do that. Let's put this piece here. So let me just get this ripped off the bottom. Keep on the time. Boy, we're almost coming up on an hour. That's good, because we said we were going to get this stuff done. So that'll go right here, like that. Perfect. Let's get this down. See, it's funny how just creating these lines like this actually become a part of the visual dialogue. and adds just that extra element. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I love that. Wow. So that's good. So kind of like blocks that out so you can see language, but it's really not, it's kind of still hard to read. It's really still very hard to read it because it's so much of this splattering. So we see text, but our eye doesn't focus in on any words. Like it doesn't make us want to read it. Okay, so it's okay. That's good. So let's go up here. All right. The rest of it, so you can't read. So it kind of gives that abstract. Now here, let me see. You really don't, like, you can see it, you can, it's a little hard to read, but I think I'm gonna do the same thing. I think I'm just going to, let me just see how, it's a lot of reflection. I think I'll just do this bottom to kind of create this idea of consistency like we did on that other piece. Just to a certain point. Because it's not like you can really read it. It's really difficult, but it just kind of adds that consistency of line. And here we'll do the same thing. Yeah. Huh, that's good. So, wow, I love it. Okay, so let's see. This is done. The only thing I didn't do, let me put it on the front. I could do it at the bottom because I like these lines showing, but this doesn't have to be. Okay, that's the front. So see, we already have this really cool deconstructed book. Now, I'm going to show you what we're going to do. I won't take the time to do all this on camera because it can take a while. But I'll show you what I'm thinking about for the back side of the pages so that you can kind of continue working yours. So I'm going to I think I'll use my Uhu. Let's get this. So just using whatever kind of maybe whatever paper you want to do. I'm gonna keep mine sort of neutral because I really want the attention to be on that side of the page, and at the same time I'm going to do some other stuff, right? Like I said, I may actually have like a thought or a quote or some kind of storyline moving through this. But here, since I've done that, this is a great place to continue this. So wherever, let's see, words, how cool it is to just do that. So like, see what's going to happen here as I might just go ahead and do it. We'll just be over an hour. So like if we flip, we have this side, but then we have this. See what we're going to do. So it's going to, I don't know if I want this here. Of course, that word had to say hell. And it's just not that kind of vibration in this book. So I just kind of blocked it out there. So that side will be like this. This side will be like that. See how cool that's going to be? And so every page, so when we flip through, we're really going to be able just to focus on the images. Oh, I love this. So we'll hang out. We just started because if I might as well do it here with you all. Because if I don't, I'll come back around to it. Who knows when? The way my... Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep the same theme going of blackout. So I'm going to just kind of stagger these at different places on the page. So like that one was there. But this is going to be staggered up like there. And then I'll black out more stuff down there. So every page will be a little different when you come to this part of it. That's the plan. So let's make it happen. This will go pretty quickly. Yeah. Maybe I'll keep the "Here I Am" bit. I do like that. Where's my card? And the page number. And then we'll just love it. Okay. Let's keep it going. This piece can go right. Oh, I like that side. Let's do that. And some of them I'll cover "Here I Am." Some of them I'll keep them. So this one I'm gonna cover. So it's not like I don't want everything to be totally predictable here. Sort of just becomes part of the storyline, not, you know, the focus. Okay, next one. Cool. Oh, ooh, this is just gluing this down beautifully. I still love this glue stick. These are my two faves. Okay. See how this just adds to the kind of, sort of the old kind of nature of it, really just blocking out those text blocks, but then showing bits of it really just adds to the theme of it being this altered book. I mean, I feel like it clearly puts us in the place of, you know, altered book, which is what we want. Because we're not trying to obscure the fact we use these old book pages. We know we actually want to celebrate the fact that we're reusing something that would otherwise be thrown away. And literally, you couldn't run out of making books when you employ these types of book structures where just you're reusing just beautiful paper. And a lot of times in old books, those papers are already so beautiful. Like this is an old book. This is, you know, just a dollar store book that I altered. But this was a part of the altered book project. And I'd gotten the book because I liked the size and the thickness of it. And then I had all those pages and I saved the pages. So in saving them, they're perfect for this project. But you can literally just get an old book from the Goodwill, antique, you know, like all these books are everywhere, right? And let me put this back under weight. And then using some of those old papers, it's just like the best. Move my papers out the way, put that there. Okay, some more. Piece that's a little wider. Okay. So yeah, so with this all done, next week we will definitely put the book together. So you need a hole punch, the wire. I will find the wire. I'm gonna try, when I'm done with this, I'm gonna try to find the wire now, because I need to edit this and get it up to you all. It's running a little behind this week because both of my oldest children were born in this month of November. So one was the 2nd and the other is Saturday the 6th. So, you know, we really take the day off and do really cool things. So Tuesday was my daughter's birthday, so we took that day off and we went out on the boat and had just a beautiful lunch of fruit and cheeses and crackers and breads and, you know, all the yummy type of foods like that. And oh, love it. And then this Saturday is my son's, but you know, in between that, it's a lot of planning and prepping and things. We're going to go on a hike for his up a hike we haven't done before up in Flagstaff. So it's a new trail that we haven't done. So we're gonna go do that. Yeah, I know, miss me with the knee. I've already had a couple of hikes since the knee situation, my friends. So just so you know, now it's not gonna stop me. Fortunately, so thankful that my knee has healed perfectly. Like, it is like back to normal. It's not even, I'm not even getting any kind of like weird pain sensations. Every now and then I'm aware a little bit on the left side of my knee, because it was my right leg. And so right there on that little left side of the knee, right about where it bends, I can feel a little something, but nothing really. So I was really happy that it just took time to heal it. But, and I fell because I had the wrong shoes on. We weren't really going on a real hike. We're just out foraging the plants. And so I thought I could just kind of have sort of my other hiking shoes on, not boots. That was a mistake. So that's where I ran into problems. But I won't make that mistake. And trust me, my kids will make sure I have my hiking boots on. But anyway, so yeah, we're going to do that. So anyhow, it's been, and then a lot of other projects have been going on this week that I will share with you all very soon as I get some culmination. So I've been working on those and just a lot of deadlines and things. So yeah, it's been that kind of week. But I will find, so hopefully when I'm done with this, I'm going to go right and see if I can try to find that wire. I have no idea where it is. None. And if not, I'll put the video up, and then I'll have to go buy some, and then I'll post a picture of it so you'll know what to get. So next week, just have your paper scraps and a hole punch, and this wire that I'm going to show you. So I have a few more to go, but I've got to go and get, well, we'll finish them. Let me just go get them. Hold on. All right, since I had to go out to the other studio to get these papers, I needed some more. I thought I would look for that wire, but haven't found it yet. So that means that I'll need to go to the hardware store. So I'll definitely show you all, most probably in just a post. So just look out for a post in the next day of the type of wire I'm talking about. Most of the time you can find it right at the hardware store, and it's not expensive, but it's extremely pliable but strong. And I've used it before in this type of structure, and I like it. So, well, versus those, you know, those rings. A lot of people use the rings. You can use those too. If you have a lot of those and you can't get this wire I'm talking about, then yeah. The other thing with us putting down this paper on the back side, you still want to keep your pages under weight so that they'll go totally flat, but they will go flat because we've put, see on this one it's curling up because we have paper here, but we don't have a counterweight of paper on this side. So as soon as you put a counterweight on it, it straightens your page back out, and even more so when you put it under weight. So make sure you put them all once so you want to put, so if you put something on one side, make sure you put something on the other. That's the rule of gluing paper to paper. And then put it in something so it can dry under weight, and then it flattens out nicely. So you just want to make sure you, so if you have something on one side and you say, oh, I don't want to put anything on the back side, your paper is going to curl. So you're going to want to put something, even if it's just another piece of book. So let's say you have book pages that you really like. Maybe it's old book, it's something you really like. Then just take and tear out another piece of book page, like the size, sort of like how I'm doing, something that covers what you put on the front basically. And then when you put that on, that'll act as enough counterweight to flatten it out. That there. Two more to do. Kind of want to stick to the theme, so I'm putting some. Oh, I like that. I like what it says here, learning impermanence. I'll keep that because I did that before with Here I Am, so I like that bit. So we'll just leave it. Alrighty. And I know I have a thing with all my wire, because I've got copper wire, I have that steel wire, it's like a galvanized steel, I think it's called. I have several different wires, and I know I have them all together in something. But since I moved out of my, you know, my major studio, when I, you know, moved houses to start getting the land and working on the land project, so I scaled down and then put a lot of my stuff in storage. Many of you guys know that story. I really haven't, because in my mind it's like it's so temporary, right? And it is a temporary thing. But, I mean, I have to have access to my stuff. So I do, in the garage, have those big, silver wire shelves. And I have everything on them organized. I also have a work table out there. And, but I have stuff like in bins and stuff like that. But I tell you, I haven't ever taken the time to label it all. And you got all this stuff up on the shelf. And sometimes it's not the easiest to find it. Until I pop across it. And then, I don't know if you guys are like that. And then it's uber obvious. Oh yeah, this is where this is. Okay, no problem. I'll remember. And then of course I don't. Even though at the time when I come across it, it's like so obvious. Oh yeah, that's where I have it. No problem. I'll remember. Not so. Wow, really hear those jets out there today. So yeah, not quite like you think it would be. Okay, so now our pages can rest. I think I might end up doing up some more of this paper here. I might coffee stain a little bit of it. I feel like I want to use it in this book, but I don't really want it so white. I just want it stained a bit. Okay, yay. So, haven't decided page order yet either. So we'll take a quick flip through. Let me look in this drawer. I have this flat file over here that I normally keep this paper. You know that this book would do good with too? Let me see. Do I have it here? Like some of my transparency papers that I do this is what happens. I always have the next idea and the next idea. Well, that's so pretty. Isn't that pretty? I'll just layer over it like that. I always have these ideas. So, like, it would be cool for me to put some of this, these transparency papers, maybe with some script. Oh my goodness, that's good. Oh, this is good. Could actually put some of this on there. I don't want it on every page. So I might make some of this up. Let me hold this out. I'll make some of these pages of stuff and decide. And like not all scripting. Maybe I'll do some mark making. You know, just mark making, scripting to kind of like imitate this type of thing. And then put that throughout the book. Because like a full page of some of this, that's good. Okay, so I will be doing that. See, I had that idea when I looked over in this drawer. Something else caught my eye. Oh, I saw some of the so I have some more of the paper. I was trying to see if I had some stain, but I don't. So I think I'll stain another sheet of this. And then we'll use bits and pieces of this in there. Oh, this is good. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll do some mark making. I do this with the Sumi ink. So I'll do some scripting. I'll do some mark making. on some of these sheets. And I'll come back to that. So I'm going to put this in the book so I don't forget. But what we're going to do, we'll do that at the finish. Because I'll stain some paper, but what I want to do is, when we come back next week, we're going to work on putting our holes in and completing the book structure. Then, with the book's done, the structure actually done, at that point we'll come back and then I'll have some of this stained, I'll have some of my transparencies with mark making and scripting on it, and then we can finish it off, because with this particular structure you can actually still take the pages apart, work on them individually, you can work on them inside the structure. It really doesn't matter. You can do, oh, this is just already, isn't this gorgeous? And it feels so much like an altered book. You see, I get so excited. Lord knows I get excited for this kind of stuff. See, so that stained would look good. I don't like, it's too white against this, but stained it will be perfect. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so done for today. We're at a really good point. And then I have these you know, these glass rocks you get these things from the dollar store. I like to take and put them on pages, on dictionary pages. You know what I was thinking when I pulled these out? I'm gonna show you, because I think I'm gonna put this on the cover of the book. It'll just give it some weight. It'll sort of mimic what we have here, and it'll just kind of create some interest. So I'm going to show you how I make these, and then we'll be done, and you'll be off to get yours all completed. And then we'll be back next week. Okay, I promise this is the end. So I had to go out and get another piece of paper from the book, because I like to use the same paper that is in, that I use whatever I'm doing in the altered book, right? I know there's another page somewhere. Watch, when I'm completely done with this whole process, how much you want to bet I'll find it? How much you want to bet? But the nice thing about this book, I can literally still put it in, because this book allows you to continue. Gosh, it's loud. I'll let the planes have center stage there. I don't need to try to compete with that sound. While I'm doing that, I can just straighten up some. So, yeah, so you kind of want to use in this case, I would use the same pages. That way, the text and everything looks similar. The paper looks similar or whatever. But like in this case, this is a piece of dictionary page. So you can do it like that. Okay. So these are those glass stones. You get them at the dollar store, like you get a pack of them at $1, all different colors and different sizes. So in this case, I want to do that same blackout theme that we're using. Just getting enough here to do two. Okay, that should. So that one works there. Trying to get it so that that's good. So I get, okay. So you get that sense of line. So then I'm going to take, now this I would take my PVA. So I'll take some PVA. And I'll just smear it on the back, on my finger, on the back. Just get a nice coating. It's going to dry clear. Your PVA will dry clear. So when you first put it down, it's going to be milky. Just kind of get it where you want it. And then, those are the dogs. And just put it down. And then let it stay. You know, don't fool with it. Let it dry, because it's going to be kind of it's going to be a little slippery. So you can see that it'll be a little slippery. If you want to display, keep some words, if you want to do the blackout poetry, if it's something in here that that you see that sort of reflects maybe a thought around the title of the book or something like that, you can do that as well. I'll probably look at this page, study it for a while, and just see if it's something that I would want to have as a central word or something. But these make the neatest, and it gives like a little weight to the page. And because it's paper back there, when it's time to glue them down, they just glue down so nicely. So these are fun elements to make for your books. So I will be definitely putting this on the book. See, it's already setting up. I'll definitely be putting these on the book. And if you want, when it's time to take it off, just use your water brush. Just use, you know how we use a water brush, and just go around the edge of it and let it get soaked, and then pull it off, and you get that nice ripped edge. And it, you know, that's how I get them off. All right, I guess that's everything. So we're almost to another point with this book. And just look for me to post the type of wire, because I will have to go out this afternoon and get it. All right. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, so I made sure I popped out and got some wire. So I got two different types, and I got this from Lowe's, from hardware store. So I like the copper. I like the copper color. So basically, you're just getting wire. This is 18 gauge or 1 millimeter. Or 14 pounds or 4 kilograms, depending on how your hardware store does it. So you can just do a screenshot of this. And then this is the galvanized steel wire. This is the 19 gauge, which is a little thinner, but you could also do the 18 gauge or 17, just a little bit wider, but you don't want it so hard that you can't bend it. Like I can bend this. If you can bend it with your hand, it's how I test it. I know that it's good. And then we can use like pliers or something to actually roll it. So this one is 20 pounds and it's 19 gauge or 9 kilograms. So here, so you can see it. So either one or both, depending on what you want to do. I think this was like $3, and this one was more like $5 for the copper at my hardware store. But whichever, but you want it, you want it so when you go to bend it, see how like I have to work to bend it, but I can bend it with my hands, but it'll hold its shape. So you don't want it too hard that you can't bend it, but you don't want it too wiggly, too loose that it just kind of flops around the place. You want to have a little bit of strength. So the 19 or the 18 gauge, somewhere in there is a good gauge for this wire. Okay, so I wanted to do that so you all would be able to look for it leading into next week. All right, see you guys.